Hi everyone, my name is Mr. H and I'm here to talk to you about the cascading schedule that we will have for the remainder of the school year that we have put into place to make sure that everybody is able to maintain appropriate social distancing in regards to lunch times. So when you open up the cascading schedule spreadsheet that you have in this activity, it'll look generally like this. You should see that there are a couple pieces of information. On the side, it has the class times. So you can see here we have 7:55 to 8:05. We have advisory, 8:10 to 8:55, your first class of the day. Then you would have 9 to 9:45 as your second class. There would be mask breaks during the third period, and so on and so forth. So you can continue on and look at the times for each thing. Here we will have your lunch schedule at 12:25 to 12:55. After lunch, and during the lunchtime, you will be heading home and eating at home. After lunch, your first class, the 6th period class, will be asynchronous. So the asynchronous class, that will kind of have some independent work for you to continue to work on, and then we'll talk about with your teacher on another day when you next meet with them. And then finally, period 7, it is expected that you will be on Zoom and having a win period to get caught up and or go over some of the information from your asynchronous day. So exactly what information you'll be going over will be dependent upon what you are working on with your teacher. But ultimately, it would be expected that you are checking updates about Zoom on that period. So, and the information about heading home and about the asynchronous and win periods do not apply to the students that have been in school since the beginning of the month. All right, so this is for students who are now coming back in. All right, so what you will be doing with this spreadsheet is pretty simple. If you try and edit any of these other cells over here in the spreadsheet, it will not allow you to. They are locked. And that is because we did not want you to accidentally, type something in wrong or change something in the schedule on accident, not realize it, and then have everything go completely wrong and have to redo everything. So all that you are going to be editing for this spreadsheet is going to be these 7 columns. So you can see here we have your 7 classes and advisory. And on the right column, so B24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31, these are the columns you're actively going to edit. All right, so let's say your advisory teacher is me, you have Mr. H, and I am going to be in room 311. So you can just put that information right there, and you have advisory, Mr. H, 311. And as you can see here, now that you've gone up to advisory, it no longer says teacher, class, room. Right now it has all of my information, or all the information that you need to worry about. So it'll be me, you know that you have to go to me, and then it is in room 311. All right, so it'll be in room 311. Now, if you are at home doing this, feel free to put in my room number from Aspen. So even if you are not in the building, I recommend looking up the room numbers in Aspen. They can be found on your schedule in Aspen. Okay, now you can continue on with that process for each class. So if your first class all year, if your period 1 class has been, let's say, history. So you have with Mr. Gallagher. I'm just picking random teachers. So Mr. Gallagher, and he is going to be in 8:55. And that is, sorry, wait a second. History, and then 8:55. All right, and now you can see here we have Mr. Gallagher, history, 8:55. And if you look up here back at your spreadsheet, you'll see that Mr. Gallagher, history, 8:55 has populated everywhere where it says class 1. Okay, class 1, class 1, class 1, class 1, class 1, class plus 1, so on and so forth, right? And that'll continue on for the rest of this spreadsheet. That's why I really want to make sure that you don't accidentally make a mistake and put information in the wrong column, all right? So all you will be editing will be these 8 columns here, 824 to 831. I'm sorry, B24 to B31. So that is all the information you're going to be changing. Now, in terms of how the schedule is going to actually operate, so you'll notice your first class of the first day, Monday, 4/26, you'll see that we go in a regular order. We have advisory, 1, 2, 3, break, 4, 5, lunch, 6, 7. So on this day, 6 would be asynchronous. So your period 6 class, you would have an assignment that is posted on Google Classroom. And then period 7, it would be a win period that would be discussed with your specific teacher, but you would be expected to be on Zoom. All right. Then the next day, you'll notice what happens is the 7th, everything gets pushed up 1. All right. So 7 is now going up here, right? 6 was here. Now we've pushed it up 1. But ultimately, if you kind of think of it, we can see that we have this nice color code. So this one is going up 1. All right. So we go from starting with class 1 to starting with class 2. Then we do 2 on day 2, Tuesday, right? 4/27. We start with day 2. Class 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we end the day with 1. All right. So the period that you started with on Monday, you will end with on Tuesday. All right. Similarly, the class that you start with on Tuesday, you will end with on Wednesday. And that is the process that we're going to go through. So for example, in this case, we started Monday with Mr. Gallagher, and now we are ending Tuesday with Mr. Gallagher. And now let me put in a period 2, teacher. Let's go with, let's pretend you're learning math with Miss Migliori. Okay, and she, oops. And as you can see, I just typed in Miss Migliori. And she's in, well, this is math, and you are in 858. And you can see everything is populated. So now you can see that we go from Mr. Gallagher to Miss Migliori, like you would have been doing this whole year, or whatever year 1 to 2 would be. Then the next day you start with math. You end with history. Then the next day, you're going to end with math, okay? So whatever you started with one day, the next day is what you will end with. And everything else just shifts up by 1, all right? And as you can tell, if you're following correctly, you can see the cascade goes up, right? So everything shifts up 1. So this one goes up 1. This one goes up 1, right? Goes up 1, goes up 1, goes up 1, goes up 1, goes up 1. And it loops around like that. Now, this spreadsheet has the added benefit of illustrating all information until the last day of school, June 16th. So once you fill out this information once, you will not have to fill it out again. My recommendation to you is going to be actually just, you can download it as a PDF. If you download it as a PDF, change it to portrait. You can then save it and put it directly on your desktop. Okay, so there we go. Downloading PDF. You'll notice it comes up. I'm just going to drag it right onto my desktop. Now, whenever I open it up, you'll see that it comes right up, and I can see exactly what day and what schedule I'm supposed to have what. All right? So that should cover all the information that you need to know for creating the spreadsheet. Again, all you are going to be filling out will be these 8 cells right here. All right, so that is all you are going to be saving, editing. Everything else you should not be able to edit. All right, so let me know if you have any questions and have a wonderful day.